What's up, guys? Ryan with Jet Joel back. Another video today. We're going to talk about limited edition releases. Let's get to it. That's right, guys. We're back. Hope you guys are doing well. Before we get started, though, let me know your favorite movie quote in the comment section down below. Don't put what movie it's from. We'll let the other commenters guess what movie. So let's see. Let's have a little fun game in the comment section. I've been watching some good movies lately. 1917, great movie. DID made a couple figures from that film. I'm actually would like to add those to the collection at some point. So random tangent, favorite movie quote down below. Let somebody else guess it. Let's see if they get it right. All right, let's talk about limited edition releases. Obviously, this past week, we had Hot Toys drop us an Umbra Operative Art Trooper. Say that 12 times fast. Umbra Operative Art Trooper. Super awesome design. I made a preview video on it. I will have a review for that. I am getting one. It's really a shocker there. It's not really a shocker. It was a clone. There's no way I was not getting that. But super limited, like 1,500 total pieces if you read the description of that said piece from Hot Toys Facebook feeds and Instagrams and all that kind of fun stuff. Now, I got mine from Pop Collectibles. Shocker there, really, as well. Now, I did try this week to get one from Sideshow. I did try that. I was on their queue along with a lot of you, which obviously a lot of us tried to do that. I was unsuccessful. And to be quite frank, if I'd got one, I would just offer it to one of my Patreon supporters if they missed out on. That's the only reason I did that. I did it with the Arena Suit Boba Fett, hook somebody with that one. And from time to time, I'll try to get a duplicate or a double of a limited edition release so I can help somebody out. Unfortunately, this time I was not able to do that, which was a little bit of a bummer. I try to help people out. That being said, the community in general has a love-hate relationship with limited edition releases, whatever it is. Now, this one just happened to be that here it is, bam, here's the announcement, bam, and by the way, we already made them and they're releasing now, which is pretty cool. And they do that with limited, did that with the D100 Iron Man. I remember that one just shipped right, like they've done that a few times, right? So, the question is, do you like limited edition releases? Do you not? It's a love-hate relationship in the community, like I said. Like, you've got those who really, really, really hate limited edition things. But however, and let me know what side of the fence you're on with that one. Limited edition, if you hate it, love it, whatever. My thoughts are, I like limited edition items. I like them. I can't get them all, right? Obviously, can't get them all. But I do like that they exist from a collecting standpoint. I do like that. Now, if there is one that I really, really like must have, then I just got to end up paying up for it and getting it. And that's the game of collecting. However, we don't need everything. We can't buy everything. Can't do it, right? Now, unless you got unlimited amounts of money and whatever, then that's another thing. I don't. So you got to decide on what you want to get versus what you have to get. I guess it's one of those things. Like a clone for me was a have to. Like it wasn't a want. It was a have to for me. Some of yous are like that. I said some of yous. My cousin Vinny. The Utes. The two Utes. The two Utes. Anyways, as I was saying, there are some of you like that with a Batman, like the 89 Batman, or maybe the D100 Wonder Woman, or whatever you, or the WB 100 Wonder Woman. Whatever that is, you're like that with that, or maybe you're like that with different collectibles in your collection. Maybe you collect watches. Maybe you collect maybe you collect bourbon, right? Whatever that is. So you got to decide, what you want to add to your collection and what's it worth to, what to add. So my thoughts on this. Let's get into this because that's why you're here. You're here to hear my thoughts. One, I like limited edition releases. I do. I like them. I think they're good for the community. Now, as far as collecting for a whole, if you've been paying attention to Hot Toys secondary prices for the last year, which honestly I don't pay attention to that because I don't really care, but you do. I've been watching. If you try to sell a Spider-Man figure in the past year, you've lost money. If you try to sell an Iron Man figure in the past year, you've lost money, unless it's a limited edition. The D100 Iron Man, for example. The movie, the comic Spider-Man, the one that was just released, that limited edition. Like, unless you got one of the other ones, you're losing money. All kinds of different things, right? So, from a collecting standpoint, it's nice to be able to buy things and buy collectibles that at least you didn't make a terrible waste of money. I guess I'll put it that way, right? For me, they stay here for a long period of time, so it's not a big deal for me. But some of you change your collection a lot. Like, you buy things and then you want to get rid of it and get something else, and whatever in your collection fuels your collection. And your collection can't fuel your collection if what you're buying is going down in value versus what you're buying that's way up here. So you can't really do that very long. At least at some point you're gonna run out. So that's the thing. Now how to handle said limited edition launches, that's a different animal. I made a post in the Facebook group and prior to me making this video, and I have my solution, and I'm stealing my solution from the watch world, from a watch that I literally just bought 2 months ago or a month ago, whatever it was. And I thought how they handled it was brilliant. I don't think it would work I wouldn't do it for a general release, but for a limited edition release, I think this is a pretty smart play. So I'm gonna jump over to the watch world for a company called Studio Underdog, a micro brand. If you collect watches, you probably already know about this. If you don't collect watches, then you don't know about this. But I'll show you I have Studio Underdog here on the screen. They make awesome watches designed. The company was created during the pandemic, and the guys wanted to have some fun, playful watches, and he made a series of watches. One of which I will kind of scroll down here and see if I can do this without breaking everything. One of which was this watermelon watch, and that is, spoiler, I bought the watermelon watch. It'll be here end of September or whatever. So if you want to see a review on that, or a short or something, let me know. But I bought this watch because I thought it was fun and playful and whatnot. However, these watches, you can't just go buy them. They're not something you can just go to the store and pick up. They only sell them online. And if you miss out online, then you got to go to eBay and you're paying double retail and that kind of stuff. And by all means, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. For me, I decided to wait. So I got an email from these guys. In fact, I got it right here. It said restock incoming. And this is how they handled this limited edition. They had 8 watches they were launching, a Series 1 and a Series 2. I got the watermelon one because I thought it was fun. Which one would you get? Let me know down below. But anyways, so Series 1, this was launched on March 6th, and collections will be made available for pre-order for a short period, which I thought was pretty cool. The pre-order window will be open for 9 hours at 3 p.m. GMT. 9 hours. So you had 9 hours to set a clock, set an alarm, do whatever you got to do, and you had that 9 hours to go in there and order whatever you wanted. You could order one, you could order all of them, you could order whatever you wanted, but you had 9 hours to do so, and then after that, bam, they cut off. They're not making any more, and that's how they did a pre-order for this limited edition piece. I think that's a pretty brilliant idea. In fact, look at this. Here's what they did. In their email, it says, we know how frustrating the checkout process can be when attempting to purchase a sought-after watch. And that can be a thing. We want our watches to go directly into the wrist of those that love what we're doing, so we opted to open our order book for 9 hours. This allows our customers plenty of time to review the range and place an order without the anxiety of the dreaded sold-out notification appearing during checkout, right? So there we go. Pretty cool stuff. I think that's pretty good. Now, like I said, I got the watermelon one just because I thought it was fun. And unfortunately, it won't be here before the end of summer. It's kind of a summer watch. It's going to be for the fall this year. Summer for next year. So what are your thoughts on that? I think that would be a pretty brilliant move on limited edition pieces to let how many people want to, even if you limit it to 1 per person, right? You got your resellers, they're going to want to buy 25 of them and then flip them and whatever. But does that really matter at that point? If you had 9 hours, 24 hours, 8 hours, 3 hours, whatever that is, and you had advance notice that something was coming, would you really care if resellers were flipping them? I don't think you would. I don't think you would care because you got yours, and to be fair, guys, that's what matters. right? You got yours for your collection. It wouldn't really matter. And then if you missed out on that, or maybe you didn't know about it, you didn't get the email, you didn't know this was a thing, you're not part of the in-know of the community stuff, whatever, you know, you missed out. Then you got to get the next one. Or you can pay for it on secondary. Either way. I don't think that's the solution, like the guaranteed, like nail in the coffin, fix everything solution. But I think it's an idea that Hot Toys should take a look at, honestly. I like the idea of this, like a set period of time or pre-order window. I like that. I think that's pretty good. I also like numbered pieces. So I'm not sure there's a solution for this. If you came here looking for a solution, I'm not sure I got one. I'm just sharing my thoughts because I've been watching Facebook and Reddit and all this kind of different things over the past week for this. And obviously I just bought a watch with this particular experience, and I thought it was a pretty good one, honestly. But even in this case, where people had 9 hours to order this, it didn't affect the resale value of the watch. Didn't go down. It's still higher than retail because those people who didn't know about it at the time or whatever, and want it later, it's still got some value, I guess, if you would throw that in there. And this is not even an expensive watch. This was $600, so it's not even in watch land. That's cheap. But I am curious what you guys think about this whole thing about the pre-order window. Is that something you'd be on board with? The lottery system that Sideshow did this past time, I mean, it somewhat worked. Obviously, if you got in and you won, you're happy with it. If you didn't get in and win, then you're unhappy with it. I get it. I don't know that it was good or bad or whatever. It was fine, I guess. I don't really think that was the issue. I don't think the lottery system was the issue. I do think a first come, first serve thing is better than the random lottery. I do think that. So I do, after going through that system a couple times with the artisan figures, with the Anakin and the Joker and those artisan things, I'm not a huge fan of that lottery system they've got going on, but it's their company. They get to do what they want. Whatever. That's why there's other places to get them from, even if they cost a bit more. But let me know your thoughts. I know most of you aren't really excited about the Umbra ARC Trooper, at least not as much as I am. Maybe you are, I don't know. But let me know your thoughts. How would you handle this? Were you happy with the Sideshow thing? I mean, because you only had one option for these in the States. That's the only place you got to go. That's it, which is unfortunate. Maybe one day that will be corrected. Yeah, how would you handle it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know your favorite movie quote. Let's see who's good at guessing movies. As always, click what you like. See you next time.